Okay, good afternoon, Speed Gaming fans. Coming to you through Speed Gaming and Twitch TV. I am Diesel Pilot, and I'm pleased to welcome you to another contest of the group stage of the 2020 Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer Tournament. Our match will be featuring two of the flag sets from the group stage from Group E. We'll have TheHaxor and isopickle. isopickle. TheHaxor comes in today's contest at 2-0 after taking 2 wins over Midi Guy DP on Thursday night. The second round being a very close race with only a 1 minute and 15 seconds between the two players. Isopickle enters the races at 0-4 after suffering losses against Midi Guy DP and Gimp Extreme. But the standings don't tell even half the story, as Isopickle has still been a competitor throughout, notching finishes within 5 minutes of his opponents. TheHaxor does enter the tournament with experience from last year's randomizer tournament, where he went 5-3 in the group stage, although that was not enough to advance to the next round. He does have a very good shot at advancing to the bracket stage this year, however. When you look at the Group E standings as they're hosted on challenge.com, Midi Guy DP has completed his own group play and finished at 3-3. Gimp Extreme is at 3-1 and is awaiting his matchup with TheHaxor. So, with TheHaxor currently being at 2-0, should he win both flag sets today, he would be sitting at 4-0 and would be guaranteed a spot in the bracket stage. The match will use 2 flag sets from version 1.3 of the Super Mario Bros. 3 randomizer program. In the first flag set, all the worlds will be played in their vanilla order, and the stage numbers will match the stages from the vanilla game, but the features on the world maps will be shuffled, including the pipes, the forts, the stages, and the locked doors. What this means is that routing decisions made by the players will involve knowing what a stage consists of before they enter it, and deciding how they can most quickly reach the castle. In the second flag set, the worlds are all played in random order, and the stage numbers will correspond to nothing. No stage will appear more than once in the game, but the stages will be shuffled with the pools of like stages. So all the stages that have a boom boom will be shuffled together into one pool, and that would include the World 8 Koopa Military. The normal overworld stages, including the World 8 hand stages and the beta stages, are shuffled together also. And, oh wow, and away we've gone already. Looks like having some sort of an issue with the stream on my end. What I am seeing though right now is both runners in the carpet fort. So we have isopickle and TheHaxor playing the carpet fort 3 right now, and TheHaxor has managed to make it into the main room. And he has cleared the elevator room and will take a boom boom fight pretty quickly here. Just a minute while this is going on. I'm going to work on trying to make the screens bigger, see if I can. Okay, well that's not working right now, so we'll have to play it as is until we can get some something. I did try to do the controls to adjust the screen size, but I'm not getting it to work. Okay, there we go. We've got our streams back up to the full size. Sorry about that delay there, guys. And we do have the World 1 fights with Larry are finishing up very close to each other. So isopickle and the TheHaxor are both finishing up in about the 240 to 250 minute mark. Looks like they're only about 10 seconds separated. So this is going to be this could very well be a very tight race going throughout. And the TheHaxor and isopickle will both take a P-Wing out of the race. Now, looking at World 2, the World 2 fort is shuffled near that pipe, so it looks like we're going to have a check to see what that pipe is going to go. Oh, no, that pipe is not there. Actually, it is the mushroom house on that side. Maybe I need to check my glasses. Anyhow, moving right along, the TheHaxor is going to damage boost through the elevated spikes to make his way down to Boom Boom's lair, and isopickle has decided to do the low route of the elevated World 2-4 stage, the one that has the oasis with all the coins at the top. In the meantime, TheHaxor has defeated the fort, and that does unlock a lock probably off the side of the screen, off to the right where we can't see it quite yet. Now also taking in cards, doesn't get the first matches, does get second matches, gets some useful data though, and he'll be moving right along. isopickle, the World 2-1, the opening 2-1 stage with the pipes, is he's managed. Oh, he does take a 1 hit point loss with Piranha Plant, but makes his way down to the end card, or to the exit, grabs a card, and has 2 stars. Not getting a match on the first one, and not getting a match on the second one, but he knows where the 1-up item. So the end card stages are also different. As you can tell, they don't match the vanilla game either. They're all randomized, and they will provide random prizes as well for the runners. So 1-up won't be a 1-up, coins won't be coins, but they will appear as items. It'll be the same items through the whole game, but they're not matching the items that you actually see on the cards. Pickle bouncing around, looking to see what he has to do, realizes that he has to clear the fort in order to advance, and makes that run. And the TheHaxor had the power-up in the Hammer Brothers stage, but it was able to leave the screen before he could both get the item from the chest and get back to it. TheHaxor taking a hit from one of those buzzy beetles at the opening of the pyramid, and decides this time he's going to go to 2-3, and has Boss Bass. Boss Bass appearing at the opening of 2-3. This can be a painful event, but we'll see how it goes. Boss Bass in some of the earlier games today was very well fed, so hopefully our players keep from feeding him as well today. isopickle clearing that fortress, and now he can go and finish up his world. TheHaxor waiting for that turtle shell to finish bouncing around between the blocks, and gets down the pipe without getting to be a meal for Boss Bass. Clears the stage without getting the 5-up, and isopickle clearing the Boomerang Brothers on the Hammer Brothers Icy stage. Oh, nice kill by TheHaxor. Very nice hit to get both Boomerang Brothers, one on the top with the hit from the bottom block, and the other one hitting him on the stop. Wonderful play there by the TheHaxor. isopickle now in the Boss Bass stage of 2-3, and picks up a Fire Flower, trades in his tail for a Fire Flower, and is making quick work of this stage, moving right along. And away he goes with the turtle shell again. Looks like he'll use some of the same strategy, letting the turtle shell bounce back and forth and just clear its way out so he can get out there without incident. Now the TheHaxor is in the World 2 Airship. This will be Morton Koopa. They'll be facing off here in a moment. And the Koopa's powers and their hit points are shuffled and randomized as well. So we have Morton. Morton is a beefy Morton. He is a 2-hit 2 stomps to take him out, but he's a beefy one, doing the stun lock stomping. isopickle is still working on World 2. He's clearing the World 2-5, the Chain Chomp level. One of everybody's favorite levels as a kid. And he will now go ahead and enter the airship and take his fight against Morton in a moment or two here. TheHaxor being really quick on the draw with the letter. Wasn't able to see what the prize was for from the princess. isopickle learning that Morton is a beefy 2-hitter, and TheHaxor learning that even if you're carrying an ice block, the fire snakes will still hurt you if you run into them while you're small. They'll hurt you if you run into them while you're big, but they won't end your stage quite as quick as he demonstrates there. That was the 3/8 stage. That was a stage as a auto-scroller and would also feature a boss pass. Does not feature a boss pass here. And, as most of the other stages, is de-auto-scrolled. TheHaxor back into the card game. Makes a couple matches, but was unable to complete it. And now he'll enter 3-4, a grassy version of from the Grass World forts, or from the Grass World stages. Ends up in that little swampy area there, but they do put some Kaizo blocks into the area so you can get your way out of there if you end up taking a swim. isopickle makes another couple matches using the knowledge he remembered from the previous play. Gets a couple matches, but isn't able to finish the card game and moves right along into 3-4 as well. So looking right along at this, we actually have a couple of where we have both runners in a pretty tight match still. Run into a lock, so we're going to bypass that for now, so we can go and go into World 3-9. The Paragoomba being a little bit trolly, and now he's got a situation with the turtle shell. Nice move, uses the turtle shell to does a jump toss and stomp on it to give that toss boost to get him the elevation he needs to make his way out of the upper part of this world and into the lower flooded section, and avoids a blooper nanny, makes his way out the door, out the pipe, and he's gone. isopickle is now still just a few seconds behind him. TheHaxor checking a pipe. It's not going to be the pipe that he's looking for, so he's going to return and try. isopickle is also checking the pipes to see where he can go, realizes he's not really gotten too far at all. TheHaxor taking a hit in 3-3. Once again, it's another boss fast level. He's decided he's going to take a P-Wing to make his way out of that one. Probably a smart call. If you got the P-Wings, you might as well use them. isopickle doing some incredible platforming for his own right. Gets his way to the end pipe, and he's out. And once again, we have both of these runners are right on top of each other. A very close race. Good job to both. They've even got the same matching cards, a star and a mushroom, right next to each other. This race is practically identical, it seems. Our door 6 fort. these two are gonna go, and they're not gonna try to do the door 3 double tap. They're just gonna go right on into the door, into door 6. Probably a wise decision. That one frame to do it, to make that hit. Yeah, very difficult play, but both of them cleared, and I believe they're even closer now. In fact, any difference right now is going to be almost completely attributed to the fact that the TheHaxor actually was beyond the 80,000 point position on his scoreboard, so got the end card panel, which he is going to clear, get himself a nice boost of items. Going into the Fire Brothers fight as Big Mario, gonna be a difficult fight. It's being a trolly one. Meanwhile, isopickle was able to find his way to the island with the airship and is working on his way through it. I do think, though, that even though this is technically a lead at the moment for isopickle, I think that his inventory might be giving him an advantage in the final assessment of it, but we'll see how it goes. That was some interesting sprite action on the TheHaxor side. Wendy wasn't too trolly at all, going down pretty quickly. A one-hit Wendy. I don't know if we even got to see if she was a beefy stompy one, but she was a one-hitter. TheHaxor picking up the wand off the top of the screen, gonna save a few frames, and once again we are just seconds separating these two runners. Going into World 4, we do see we're probably gonna have to do at least one fort, possibly two forts, since we have a lock and a bridge to build. They just got a hammer, so they might be able to break that lock, but depending on which up or down they want to go on the map, they might decide to use the hammer or take the lock. I believe they would probably at this point go ahead and just take the World 4-3, but we'll find out here in a minute. It also depends on which fort this does. isopickle having some fun dodging the thwomps. This star that he's going to get is going to make life easy for him in the very quick Boom Boom fight. Here we go, instant kill on the Boom Boom with the TheHaxor doing a nice jump and stop a Lakitu in the water stage of 3-4, so, or 4-4. So nice move there also, the TheHaxor, and gets his extra star, gets a 1-up, and it was the first fort that they hit that is going to be the fort that builds the bridge. So the bridge is built, and isopickle is already in the World 4 airship. This is going to be a little bit of a time advantage for him, but we'll as we said, there's still that difference being the inventory grab from the end card panel. TheHaxor getting his instant kill as well from that Starman so he gets the instant kill on Boom Boom, and he realizes now that he does have something that happened off screen with his fort, and he's going to make a way to check it out. Realizes, oh yeah, we built the fort. This is a Jetty World 4. He gets right off the screen. He bypasses the Hammer Brothers, and he's going to go in and take out Lemmy as well. The princess has, survey says, a P-Wing. So a P-Wing from the princess, and we make our way into World 5. TheHaxor is taking his shot against Lemmy and gets the shot very quickly. Hitboxes is not going to be a problem for him. It's always a tricky maneuver that isopickle managed to succeed at right there, the World 5-2 stage at the start when you have that long pit below you, but not having to go through that pit makes the stage very quick. So we're now at about a minute separating our two runners. So the isopickle has taken a lead, and it's probably the longest lead that we've had in this game between any of the runners at all. And he makes his way into the lava fort of 5. This is the World 5 fort from the sky section of World 5. Dodging the Podoboos. Oh no! TheHaxor taking the long drop down into the sewers of World 5 too. This is that is going to be a little bit of a time loss, and it's going to be could be painful too, because these critters that are down here can be really trolly, as he's finding out with the red paragon. In the meantime, isopickle, taking a Sledge Brother fight, gets, well, avoids being harmed too bad by the stunlock from the Sledge Brothers, but he does get stunlocked, and he gets taken out by the Sledge Brothers. That'll allow TheHaxor to pick up some time on him as he makes his way into the World 5 fortress as well, the 5-2 lava fort. Showcases a little bit of jumps. isopickle decided, you know what, Sledge Brothers are a little bit of a pain. I'm just going to take a Starman and make my way through it. He's going to go now into the tower and make his way to the top of World 5, the sky section of World 5. In the meantime, TheHaxor taking care of Boom Boom. No problem there at all. Everybody knows how to make those three quick hits and make quick work of Boom Boom. However, TheHaxor is going to bypass the end panel. So no more cards for him. He thinks he has enough inventory items. He's just going to move on. Uses a star to take out our Sledge Brothers. Uses a star to take out our Sledge Brothers and gets a P-Wing for the trouble. TheHaxor is considering whether to do the fortress and decides he will go ahead and do the fortress. This may or may not be a call, and it looks like I'm having a hard time telling from isopickle screen if it was necessary, but based on the air side of the map, the cloud section of the map. Chat saying that this probably is a mistake. I can't tell for sure whether or not to agree, but it might be. Oh yes, that all that fort does is build the bridge, so that is going to be a time loss for TheHaxor. Good call from chat. Pickle, working on the in-card stage, checking his notes and figuring out where he was. Oh, TheHaxor taking a drop on the upper stage of the tower, so he's gonna, after making all his distance through that, he's going to have to try it again. In the meantime, isopickle is back into the airships and is now in the World 5 airship. Gonna make some position make some making his run. Gets to Roy, 1 hit with Roy, 2 hits with Roy, 3 hits with Roy. Roy's still up after 4 hits. Oh, 4 hits takes him down. So that's a 4-hit Roy. And TheHaxor is getting back up to the upper stage of the tower where there lurks that boss bass, and finally gets to the top of the sky world, realizing that he probably did end up losing some time by deciding to do that second fort, especially since the tower drops him off right next to the castle. All he has to do is go over 5-8 and he's in it. Pickle checking out a pipe in World 6. It puts him behind a rock, decides save a hammer for later, and he's going to try the other pipe. TheHaxor completing his fight with Roy, no problems there, and getting the letter from the princess. Pickle picks a fort, ends up being the first World 6 fort. Not going to grab the leaf. So he's going to take the long, slow ride on the lift, safely gets his way down, and going to dodge some disco waffles. Let's hope he dodges those disco waffles. Those can be trolly disco waffles. Gets a star right on the last power-up before he goes to the fight with Boom Boom, and gets another instant kill on Boom Boom with the Starman. After taking out that fort, something happens off-screen. We don't know yet what, but Pickle is going to go ahead and enter the second fort, and it's the World 6 Ice Block Fort, the frozen fortress with all the horizontal moving thwomps. And Haxor is right on his tail. So even though he had possibly a couple of mismoves, it's not going to affect him too badly. He's right there, and it's still a tight match, anybody's match at this point. Isopickle being a little bit careful, exercising caution on the ice stage. Doesn't want to go too crazy on at this point. Gets into Boom Boom's fight and gets a fire kill on Boom Boom. Haxor decides, you know what? I really don't want to go and fight another fortress, especially not knowing which of the fortresses it could be. Fort Knox is still a possibility, so takes a P-Wing and a hammer and gets in. Pickle says, you know what? I've got a cloud. I'm going to go ahead and use the cloud. And he is now in the World 6 Airship, so maintaining that lead, still a very close race, still anybody's race. Haxor entering the airship just as Pickle clears the stage, gets his hit on Lemmy, knocks him out in one hit. Lemmy is a weakling on the beach ball today, and we'll see here in a moment what the reward is. Haxor making his way up into Lemmy's fight, gonna find out the news very quickly as well. Yep, there we go. Easy fight, and gets another off-screen grab of the wand. So that could save some frames, and as tight as this race is, grabbing that wand in the air could be the game changer, could be the difference maker in it. And now we're into World 7. Painful pipe maze, always a difficult one. Pickle deciding he doesn't want to fight the piranha plants, gonna go try another pipe. That 7-6 isn't going to be necessary either, since it's not on the way to anything, not blocking anything. We're still finding pipes, and we found the World 7, the Piranha Fortress, the Y Fortress, Y-O-Y. Isopickle putting on a clinic, making some nice jumps, and clearing the piranha plants. So he's making it look easy. Haxor decides, I'm going to break a lock, and skips it. He's going to be glad to find out if he finds out anytime soon what he skipped. Does end up on the island of nothing, so he's going to go back, checking out another pipe. Isopickle playing fun with the Tunnel of Love there and just sniping all the piranha plants, not taking any chances. Haxor taking the piranha fight. Gets that Jukum's Cloud as a reward for taking the piranha. Not a bad call at all. And with that, Haxor has now made his way to the airship. So World 7 not being too cumbersome at all. Interesting hit there on Isopixel's side. Let's look on him, Isopickle. I'm sorry, Isopickle. I don't mean to call you Isopixel, it just happens. And chat, no, we don't have not seen any beta levels yet. I believe the beta levels are all reserved for the second set of flags. Pickle is clearing the end card stage. So Pickle has nearly a full inventory. He's still working on this World 7 map. Finds his way to the Nipper plants, and he is going to take the Nipper, since he doesn't have any power-ups or any ability to skip the level. He would need a music box, and he has no music box, but doesn't give him too much trouble. He gets on down. TheHaxor ends up getting snagged by a hand stage. It's going to be the Potoboo Bridge, the broken Potoboo Bridge. TheHaxor now is taking a pretty commanding lead. Although it is still World 8. World 8 is known as the Great Equalizer, still anybody's game, and TheHaxor deciding he's going to trade in a 1-up for this hand stage. He doesn't feel like playing the Boomerang Brothers or the rest of the Hammer Brothers in order to do this, and he's going to try another pipe. Ludwig von Koopa giving isopickle no trouble, so isopickle will be entering World 8 here in a moment with still just it's probably about a 1.5 minute lead now, maybe 2 minutes, so we'll see how this goes. But it's still, World 8 is still gonna be, you have to play it. You can't give up. TheHaxor, deciding between tank stage and the fort stage, decides to go to the fort stage and uses a cloud to get past it, only to find out that on the other side of that fort there's a locked door, so he can't move past it without defeating something. We don't know if that's going to be a fort. Oh, he uses a second cloud. So loading up using his inventory of clouds, might as well. You can't take them with you anyways. Okay, so now TheHaxor is breaking locks after taking pipes back and forth across World 8. Isopickle is going to take the super tanks and make his way right on through. We'll see very quickly what we end up having. TheHaxor is in the Navy. I'm not going to sing for you guys. You don't want that. But I'll just say that he's taking this Boom Boom fight here in a minute. Pickle is taking the Boom Boom fight very quickly as Raccoon Mario and clears it. Something blows up off screen. We can't tell what. We'll find out here in a minute. This is going to be a close race, guys. Let's see how this goes. We have one bridge to build, and it is built. So, about that being a close race, well, it was close all the way down to here. But now, TheHaxor has a hammer suit. He gets the clip. Gets the clip at the beginning of the stage. Well, not the big clip, but a important clip. Trying now to get the well-published Nintendo Power clip. Does get that, and he is going to try for the clip to take him into Bowser's room. He is not getting on 2 tries. Tries a 3rd try, and that's 3rd time's the charm. TheHaxor has a hammer suit. TheHaxor is about to be in Bowser's castle, or Bowser's room. Here's TheHaxor. Here's Bowser. Bye-bye, Bowser. Get your GGs out for TheHaxor. Well played. Well played, TheHaxor. Isopickle in the World 8 Fortress. Isopickle gets himself a Starman. He's going to make his way through the World 8 Fortress. Whew. And can he do it? No, he can't. It's not going to do the 1 cycle. He will get the 2 cycle. Okay. Good job, Isopickle. Sorry, good job, TheHaxor. Congratulations on taking the 1st seed. We'll see how the 2nd seed goes. Okay, chat. So even though this race does have a winner, don't go away yet because we will have a second race here in a moment. After isopickle finishes up, we'll be making our way through. We'll be doing our second flag set in a minute here. Let's see isopickle takes his fight through the Navy and does a nice little double kick on that last set of bombs to send them flying. And takes out Boom Boom in style. And with that, the bridge is built after finishing the Navy, and isopickle is taking his hammer suit and entering Bowser's castle. Oh, takes a hit from the laser beams on a missed jump there, and he is going to be fighting Bowser the traditional way. Isopickle taking the upper route into Bowser's castle, or into Bowser's lair, and these these fireballs are randomized, and with the randomized fireballs, find yourself waiting for them on the donut lifts, and those donut lifts do let go after a couple of seconds, so you can't dally on those. You gotta make your way off of them before they decide to let go, or you fall into a nice little lava bath. Isopickle is going to have no trouble here taking out Bowser in the one of the two traditional ways, but doesn't he does get hit as Large Mario wasn't able to get the duck down in time, so he's going to finish the battle as Small Mario. That's okay. He'll grow up as soon as he enters this door. So with the two races finished, we have TheHaxor finishing up with an official SRL time of 31 minutes, 46 seconds. Isopickle, right behind him on his tail, is 35 minutes, 23 seconds, so about 3.5 minutes between the two. As I said, great entertainment, and it was a very close race through the first 6 stages, so good job to both of our runners. Stick around, though. We are going to have the second race here in just a few minutes. Our players are going to get set up, and we'll be back here in a few minutes. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, if anybody is wondering, we are still getting set up for the second match between the TheHaxor and isopickle. We'll be starting in a few minutes, so don't go away. Okay, everybody, we are nearly ready setting this up, and we'll be getting started momentarily. Okay, our players are nearly ready. They're giving us the ready sign, and they'll be off here momentarily. Welcome back, everyone. This will be the Flag 2 set for the 2020 Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer match between isopickle and TheHaxor. The last game, it was a very close match, all the way from Worlds 1 into World 7. However, TheHaxor was able to use some of his experience with navigating the pipe maze to end up with a commanding lead that he took going into World 8 and never looked back. So even though it was a very close match, seconds apart between our two competitors, and even with isopickle having a lead in several positions, TheHaxor still took a commanding lead and ended up winning the race by about a 3 minute about a three and a half minute discrepancy. So we have chat now asking which world are we going to see first. We've got World 5 is the first guess. We got World 4 for our first guess. Our runners are getting ready to hit the start button. Oh, we got a few votes for World 1. And we even have a World 7. A couple of people saying, hey, maybe it'll be World 7. We'll have our reverse order. That would be a wonderful shot. We've already have all the worlds going in vanilla order so far this race, or so far during this tournament. Let's see them go in reverse order. So our players are going. And the opening world is World 4. So the World 4 in play, we go into Fort Knox to start out our matchup. And with both runners as Small Mario, they're going to have to go and get a power-up, which both of them know exactly where to go for it. It's that nice little lava room to start, and then they'll work their way into the rim with a Tanuki suit. So once again, our players are starting out even neck and neck. Just a couple of seconds between the two as they work their way down into the down to the Tanuki suit. TheHaxor gets it first, with Pickle right behind. And Fort Knox being a very quick, relatively quick for starting out with, oh no, isopickle wasn't able to keep his P speed up for as long and made just a little slight brush up against an obstacle, slowed him down going into the pipe. So TheHaxor ends up taking a slight lead after the Boom Boom fight. The fort does not build the bridge though, so we'll have to see where this pipe leads. There was a pipe right next to the other fort, and it is the other fort. So World 4 being a very quick World 4, the only two things being they have to do is 2 forts, and these 2 forts are both World 7 forts. So wonderful way to stop. Oh, nice play with isopickle with the statue power he still has with the Tanuki suit to take out that 2 piranhas now. So isopickle, wonderful plays there. Love the style with the using the statue stomps. Using the statue stomps, using the tail kills. However, it is taking some time, and TheHaxor is getting a substantial lead on it as isopickle tries to negotiate this position with the thwomp. Gets another statue kill, though. That right there is worth it, but he's not going to be getting any more as he does take a hit off of the mouth of one of those fire flowers, so they will make their way through. And I was probably just speaking a little bit too quickly, though. He does have to go and take... They aren't not able to get out of it. TheHaxor isn't able to get out of it with only doing the forts. He does have to fight a couple of the Hammer brothers. Being a little bit trolly, decided to come and say hi after he built his bridge, not letting them through, but he does get into the airship, and he will be making his way on down to the Koopa Kids. And this will be the World 4 Koopa Kid, Iggy with the funky hitbox. Let's see how big of a problem he ends up being. Pickle gets a little bit of the same love from the Hammer Brothers. They decide, hey, you know what? We want to come and hang out with you. Pickle says, no, I'm busy. Leave me alone. I'm trying to do a race. Knocks them off their bricks and gets through. Iggy takes 1 hit, takes 2 hits, takes 3 hits. So 3-hit vanilla hit on the Iggy. And bye-bye Iggy. And TheHaxor has his wand. He's going to go take the nice little drop to go see the king, who may or may not be thankful for all that he did for his service to the Mushroom Kingdom. Sometimes those kings just don't care. Isopickle jumping on down the line of the mini airships in this World 7 airship. Isopickle gonna risk the hitbox and takes the stomps. World 5 is our second world, and we enter World 5 after receiving a hammer from the princess. So, for those of you who said World 5 would be the next one, step forward and claim your prize. TheHaxor decides, let's not take the fort just yet. Let's try the pipes, and the pipes just put them on the other side of the fort. So, that's interesting. I just saw the Koopa Kid, or the Princess's Letter, was another line from that one of my favorite movies, Airplane. And after completing the airships, it's going to build a bridge and we'll go right on to another fort. So this is the fort. Let's see, this is the World 3 Door 6 fort. TheHaxor ends up making a... TheHaxor gets there first. Goes and takes Door 6. And as Big Mario goes and does the 3-stomp hit on Boom Boom, very quick work of that World 3 fort. Isopickle, though, right behind. He's not going to be able to do the fire kill this time. TheHaxor getting an in card after beating the 80,000 point threshold, and it's a little bit that nice use of the star to take out the Boomerang brothers. Star for a star, and a power up right in the middle of that block line. So he gets a nice little bonus, makes his way over, and gets... Oh, nope, this time he's not going to get another power-up. He's just going to get another flower. So he's going to bypass out and looks and decides, yes, he's gone to the tower. So he's going to head up to the top of World 4. Isopickle also getting his in-card gain, gets a couple of matches. So we got, looks like a hammer and a P-Wing, uses a star to make quick work of the Hammer Brothers, and this is going to be the star that's going to give him a mushroom. So the Kuribu Shu Goomba trying to give TheHaxor a little bit of grief in the tower, but that's not going to work. He knows how to handle that. Isopickle gladly grabbing the Fire Flower as he makes his way into the fort after taking out the Hammer Brothers. So we have... Oh, and he loses it, unfortunately, but there, well, the star will make life a little bit easier. TheHaxor in this World 7 stage, taking a nice quick run, and here comes Lakitu trying to toss him. Lakitu can't even catch up. Oh, nice jump, taking the green Paragoomba, knocking his wings off. And now Fire Brothers. Ooh, that looked like a low angle for that fireball from that Fire Brother. TheHaxor doesn't have any trouble with it though. Gets a hammer for the effort, and he'll go into this stage. And this is, I believe this is one of the World... Oh yes, this is the World 7 underground stage with... You have all the pipes that you got to go up and down between the two levels, build all the bridges with the Kaizo blocks, and of course Boss Bass is going to show up, because why not? See how TheHaxor decides to handle Boss Bass. So with Boss Bass in effect, if he is spawned, he can't appear at more than one level at a time. He has to stay on the same plane of whatever level he's at. So even though you don't see him right now, he's still up there. Yes, as chat says, Boss Bass, go home. We're tired of seeing you have breakfast and then second breakfast. Just go somewhere else. Isopickle makes a good choice on which Hammer Brothers to use his star on when he's little Mario, and he's got himself a hammer in exchange for a star. So very good use of a star there. TheHaxor still working on this, trying to get some clips and working around Boss Bass. Boss Bass is not going away though. He still wants to participate in this match. TheHaxor is deciding, you know what, I'm not even sure I want to mess with Boss Bass. I'm just going to try to get a clip, and he's spending quite a bit of time trying to work on these clips. It is not getting it. In the meantime, Isopickle is going ahead and playing the level traditionally so far, but he's only just now gotten into it. So he's got some time we might end up seeing a battle of the clips. TheHaxor does end up getting the clips, and gets out. And now that lead that he did have on isopickle probably has shrunk down some. But that depends. Isopickle still has to... Oh, yeah, that's what happens. Isopickle decided to try to play it traditionally and becomes breakfast for Boss Bass. This time, Isopickle says, you know, being small Mario and trying to fight Boss Bass ain't great. I'm just going to go and use a P-Wing. And a P-Wing is a very good... This level is a very good level for using a P-Wing. Any kind of flight gets you a big advantage, especially the area where they're trying to build that coin bridge. You can just float right over it, not even have to worry about it. So, very good decision, at least in my mind, to use it. And this... Oh, he's going to go... Oh, yes, of course. He's got to go down there to get to his next position, but very good use of the P-Wing. TheHaxor, already in the airship. And he is cleared of all the main part of the airship stage. Sees Roy manning the airship. Of course, that would be the correct airship. It's mapped for the World 5, so that is where Roy is going to be. And Roy is a two-hit Roy. Isopickle is still working on getting out of here, but he's got to almost to the exit pipe now. He did go ahead and build that bridge with the Kaizo blocks, so he is he's not too far behind. But with all the time that TheHaxor spent trying to get the clips, never know what could be going through a runner's mind, where they think they are in relation to their opponent. TheHaxor, though, gets into World 1, and it's World 5-9. Now, this world, he could use a cloud if he had a cloud, but I don't think he had a cloud. So he's going to have to play 5-9. 5-9 is one of the two auto-scrolling worlds that did not get the auto-scrolled. And as you can see, the placement of these floating lift blocks is very specific. So if you don't have the auto-scrolling turned on, the world basically is broken and can't be completed. So that's why that's in the game still. After we de-auto-scrolled all the other worlds, there's still this one and the beta level that we might yet see. The beta level known as Atlantis is also an auto-scroller that is left in the game. Isopickle now fighting his two-hit Roy and finishes up. He's clear of it. TheHaxor is back in the in-card panel. Gets a couple of prizes, but does miss his two shots, and now he's going into the world. Let's see, this is the World 3 stage, one of the grassy plains with the little swamps in between it. And we got should be seeing a Lakitu here towards the end of the stage. At least we would in the vanilla set. I don't know if that is retained. Ah, yes, there's Lakitu. He's still throwing the green spinies. And TheHaxor takes one hit from him, but he still has some hit points to give, so he's moving right along. Isopickles in World 1-1 realizes that there's a boss bass in there and has decided he's going to trade a hammer and a 1-up in exchange for playing that world. He didn't want any part of that. He sees it now. He's in 5-9 again, or he has to go into 5-9, which he's going to play because he doesn't have a cloud to give, as we just saw his inventory. That puts TheHaxor with a slightly larger lead now. I think this might be a growing lead for TheHaxor as he's in the airship now. And this is the, I believe this is the World 5 airship. And he is playing Larry. Larry is, let's say, 1 hit. 2 hits. 3 hit for Larry. Not going down, still 4 hit Larry. Larry is a 5-hit Larry. So his strength and conditioning coach would be proud. He is a strong boy. Lakitu doesn't give isopickle much trouble on the escape from World, as he escapes from the World 5 play, but isopickle is going to go ahead and play some in cards and probably try to get himself some prizes. The Haxor, in the meantime, gets asked if he wants to build a snowman. He says, yeah, nah. Isopickle wasn't able to get any matches. I'm not even... It almost looked like he had decided just to change his mind. I didn't see what the prize was from the princess, but we enter into World 6 Carpet Fort right off the get-go. Haxor clears the World 6, the main carpet area, now in the elevator room, and has a nice... He's going to have to dance with the hot foot, and it looks like a combination of drunk and regular hot feet trying to play along. The ride doesn't last too long. He gets out and gets into the Boom Boom fight with no trouble. Isopickle now having to fight a couple of Sledge Brothers, while Smar Mario, at least he doesn't have to do it on a flooded Hammer Brothers stage, but still not a painful sight to be doing it. Haxor ends up in 5-3. What would be the vanilla 5-3 would be the only world in the vanilla game with the Turbo Shoe. Turbo Shoe we see, of course, a lot more in the randomizer, although unlike playing it casually, we don't see runners trying to get a Turbo Shoe even if they have the opportunity. It moves pretty slow, it's kind of cumbersome. Ooh, Isopickle having a little bit of trouble with the Larry fight, and he's about to find out that Larry's a 5-hit point Larry. He takes one hit on his own self and ends up clearing out Larry also, so Isopickle will be moving on now to World 4. World 4 played by World 2. Haxor in the Fire Brothers fight gets one power up, and he's going to pick up the Fire Flower. Looking around at the map, decides first he's going to go and pick up a few more items. His inventory is a little bit sparse. That item was a Tanuki suit from the princess's letter. Haxor has a lot of information on where the items are for his in-card game, so he's actually making quite a few matches, and he has a chance he could clear it. Looks like he's got just one guess to go. He guesses correctly and clears the stage, so his in-card stage is cleared. Isopickle, he is now in the elevator room with those hot feet, and those hot feet going back and forth, but they're not giving him much trouble at all. Haxor deciding he doesn't want to take the grand stairway from World 7, so he's going to take his clip and clip right on out of this World 7 vertical room, and clears that stage very quickly after taking the clip. The World 8 fort makes an appearance now in World 2 for the Haxor. He's running it like a pro though. He's owning it like a boss, and here he goes, takes the P-switch. Let's see if he can get a one cycle on the P-switch. Does take one hit on the hot foot, but he's not slowing down. He makes a jump and does one cycle the P-switch in the World 8 fort. Awesome play there by the Haxor. And Isopickle, still working on 5-3, has a star to help him get out and get to the end of the stage, and decides he needs a few more one-ups, so he's going to take them. Haxor does the 5-2 stage again. Second time we've seen this stage today, and he is able to avoid having to go and take the drink, whereas Isopickle did unfortunately have to make that long drop this morning or earlier today. Pickle takes a couple of prizes from the end card before being told, you know what, you've missed too many times, you're gonna have to wait. And now he goes and decides to take a fire flower into the stage. Oh, we have a good decision by isopickle to take the fire flower, because it is that one of the other World 7 stages, the vertical climbers, and the TheHaxor is on the beta level of that stage. So one of our beta levels now showing up for the TheHaxor. He climbs it very quickly, makes quick work of it, and he's gone. isopickle still working on the clip. That's a sub-pixel precision. Oh, the 7.6 beta. Thank you. Thank you, chat. isopickle clears the clip, and he's making his way right on through. No problems at all. TheHaxor clearing out the Hammer Brothers, getting P-Wing, which could always end up proving very valuable. And I believe this airship, I think this is the World 4 airship that TheHaxor is in now. So World 4 airship in World 4. Oh, he tries to get a Starman, but Starman decides to go the wrong way. Now we got Morton Koopa, goes down in one hit, surrendering the wand after just a single tap on the head from Mario. And TheHaxor is on his way out to World 5, whichever World 5 will be. In the meantime, isopickle, still in the World 8 fort, decides to get himself a power-up, so he's going to two-cycle the P-switch. So World 5 being played this time by World 6. They gotta take... Oh no, it's Atlantis. And TheHaxor decides he does not want to play Atlantis. Which I think he would have to use a cloud to avoid it. So let's see what he has. He's gonna cloud it, yes. Now, he wants to make sure that he does not have to get sent back, so he's gonna take a P-Wing into the fort. It ends up being the World 2 fort. isopickle, taking the long drink in 5-2, going down back into the sewers. And TheHaxor making his way, very quick process going through the fort, even damage boosting to make it through that second room very quickly into the Boom Boom fight. isopickle is putting on an impressive clinic of how to clear through the sewers in 5-2. Even though he did have to take a little while, he did lose some time doing that. He makes quick work of it. So, excellent job there. TheHaxor, fighting the Fire Brothers, uses a star to clear them out quickly, and gets a star for a star. There is an end card on the screen for TheHaxor, but he's gonna go and he's gonna let it go. He's not gonna play it, and we have isopickle back in the 7.6 beta, having to swim vertically. TheHaxor checking out some pipes. Skips quite a bit of World 6. So World 6 showing up with World 2-5, the Chain Chomp level. TheHaxor just speed running right through as if he's trying to race or something. Clears out that Chain Chomp level very quickly. isopickle back into another Hammer Brothers fight. This one in the clouds, and since he's in the clouds, well, it's not because he's in the clouds, but appropriate that he's in the clouds, and he gets a P-Wing for it. And now he's going to take his trip on into the airship, clearing out. He'll be clearing out Morton here very quickly, finding out the good news that Morton's not beefy, nor is he all that strong, taking only one hit. TheHaxor getting through one of the Giant World stages very quickly. It was Force 6, I believe, and he is on his way now into the airship, and this is actually the World 2 airship from Vanilla World 2. And looking at the two screens side by side, you'll see that actually isopickle is right now, he is the entire duration of World 6 behind the TheHaxor. Of course, World 6 was very quick. so don't know yet how much time he is behind, but he is behind noticeably at this point. Lemmy took 4 hits to go down. So Shrimpy Lemmy is a jumbo shrimp. And isopickle is going to trade one of his 1-ups for not having to do Atlantis. Looks like he's going to say it's time to break out the cloud, which he does, and he's going to go and take the Hammer Brothers so that he can at least go back just to that point if he does end up going down, which he's not going to go down. He's going to take a star out of his fight with the Hammer Brothers, so he's bypassed Atlantis with no problems. TheHaxor has entered the Super Tanks level. He needs to build a bridge to get to the castle, and we don't know, but it looks like this bridge is a candidate for the bridge that built, or for the fort that builds the bridge. Since the Super Tanks levels and the Air Force and Navy levels are boom levels, they do appear in the randomizer in place of forts. They're put into the deck with the rest of the forts, and they're all shuffled in there together. And that is the fort that is going to build the bridge. TheHaxor now in 2-2, the Oasis. Trades a Sanuki suit for a leaf, so even though he can't do the nice statue kills like isopickle was doing, he was able to at least maintain that nice ability of the raccoon to... It takes a hit. The flight powers of the raccoon, so he does get through level 2 too. And where's that put him? That will put him right at the base of the castle, right across the bridge. Oh, he still has to do the chompers, which he's going to put the chompers to sleep with the music box. The World 1 airship now appears. Oh, sorry, not the World 1 airship. This is the World 5 airship, actually. World 5 airship, and this will host our friend Ludwig von Koopa, who shakes the screen. Doesn't go down in 3 hits even. He takes 4 hits, takes 5 hits, so a full gamut from Ludwig von Koopa, and the stun lock takes out the TheHaxor. Painful hit. So, but he's got one more try before he has to before he re-wakes up the piranha plants. So TheHaxor's probably going to be a little bit more cautious this time. Let's see how he does it. Meantime, isopickle finishing up the fortress. Not the fortress that will build the bridge, though. He's still in World 6. TheHaxor gets Ludwig Koopa out of the way, even though he's stun locked. He completes it successfully, and as Big Mario grabs the wand. Now, having completed though now World 6, going into our final level, our final main overworld, have to say TheHaxor has a commanding lead over isopickle. And since that was the World 7 map, the letter is one of the Bowser letters where we don't get to see what the prize is, but the randomizer does provide a prize for our players. We just don't get to see what it is before we enter it. TheHaxor is making his way through one of our other beta water levels, or a split level beta level. Does a nice jump over the nanny blooper, or blooper nanny, and is on his way to the exit pipe. Nice play. And gets his card, clears the stage, and we're going to move on. He's going to see... He's still got to do a couple more, well, at least one more level. Oh, he's going to cloud it. And since he clouds it and enters a pipe, that's the same as having to clear it. And he didn't have a hammer. So that pipe did take him to the island with the castle, but he doesn't have a hammer to fight it. So he's looking around, and he's got a fort. It looks like after he clears this Boomerang Brothers, he's going to go and take that fort. And there's a chance that fort will clear the lock that will get him out of World 3. isopickle playing through still. It's the Haxor has the Potoboo Fort from World 5 this time. Taking a P-Wing, not a bad fort really to take a P-Wing, but it can be a little bit cumbersome since the P-Wing, or having that P-Wing throws off your jumps a little bit when you have the, since you have that P-Speed the whole time. So sacrificing the P-Wing, he completes the stage, and that fortress didn't open up the locked door that we saw right in front of us. So it could very well be the door by the castle. isopickle does clear Lemmy, so 4 hits to take out Lemmy, grabs the 1, he's out, and we are now in the World 1 airship for the Haxor. Haxor is now in a commanding lead. He'll be entering World 8, having a time lead that is the same as the time lead that between the levels. Wendy, beefy Wendy, shaking the room and throwing her candy around, but Haxor completes it after giving us a scare. Wendy was not messing around. She's ready to pay thick, Wendy. So chat, go ahead and start asking, or start making the guesses. How many bridges are we going to have to build to get to Bowser? Some number between 0 and 4. Any number between 0 and 4 is a valid answer. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 7, 2, 7 bridges. I don't think 7 bridges is going to be the answer, but we'll find out. Princess giving us a leaf as we go in. We are in World 8. The ultimate equalizer. Haxor bouncing back and forth between a couple of pipes, checking the world out. Smart move. And the answer is 2. 2 will be the answer. 2 bridges yet. So looking around, we don't have any... there's one lock. Okay, so we got a fortress, and it's going to be the World 7, or the World 4 fortress. I believe this is the first World 4 fortress. With the... gives you all the hot feet. Your first introduction to the hot feet in the game, in the vanilla game. So that fortress did break a locked door on that screen, so it didn't build any of the bridges. As you saw, after he completed the fortress, the screen flashed and it showed an explosion elsewhere on the map on that screen that he was on. isopickle decides to play the Piranha Plant stage that Haxor skipped, and he got a hammer for his trouble. So the hammer would be very useful and could save a lot of time in World 8. But I think that Haxor's lead just might be insurmountable enough that he won't give him the advantage that he needs. Haxor going to take another fortress, and this time it's the Navy. Haxor clearing the Navy, just flying right over almost the entire portion of it. Besides, that's not the game he needs to be playing. He's not going to mess around. Takes out Boom Boom quickly. Chat, I am not going to sing. Sorry. We'll get Wolfman on for the next time. Yeah, we'll get Wolfman. He can sing for you. isopickle checking his inventory. Gonna go and start his World 3 experiment. Or it's the World 3 excursion. Sorry, using my wrong words. Haxor getting the World World 4 fort. Also, so getting a nice little jump stomp right up against the block on Bim Bim. Yes, Donut Fort. Thank you, chat. So both World 4 forts have appeared here in World 8. May still be randomized. We don't know. We'll have to ask Fred. Haxor going to go check out the tanks. And this is actually the World 6 Ice Fort. Oh, I don't know if that was intentional. He, yeah, I think that was just a slip of the controls input. Maybe lost an input there. Fallen off the bottom of the screen, but this time he's going to take a P-Wing and just go through that screen, a challenging section there with the screens, and gets through it quickly on his way on to the fight with Bim Bim. It can be a difficult fight with Bim Bim on these ice blocks. A little bit slippery, but he's a pro, he gets it with no problem. Now isopickle is entering the World 3 airship, which is played by the World 1 airship this time. So he's going to have this bout with Wendy here in a second. He's going to be going in as Small Mario. Let's see how he does it. Gets his first hit, gets his second hit. He's still not stun locked, gets his third hit. Fourth hit, so he gets all 4 of his hits on Wendy, going in as Small Mario. Does a great job of that fight with Wendy, dodging the earthquake jumps that she provides. And now the TheHaxor has built both bridges. And he's going to go and take a P-Wing into World 1-6 and make quick work of this one. After that, he's got just Bowser's Castle to go. So World 8 was a little bit tricky, as usual. However, TheHaxor making quick work of it. And that's World 1-6, posing as the gatekeeper stage to Bowser's Castle. TheHaxor uses a fire flower on his way into World 8. I don't believe he had a hammer suit, so that would definitely be that discussion, or that reason why he made that decision. Isopickle, learning the bad news, he's got to build 2 bridges before he can get over to Bowser's Castle, and he's continuing his search through it. He's looking at a couple of stages, sizing up his options, and he's also going to go into the World 4 First Fortress. Meanwhile, TheHaxor working on that clip, the big clip that skips the whole upper or lower levels, and keeps on trying it. He's not making it through yet, but it is very much worthwhile. And here he goes. He gets the clip. He's going into Bowser's room. Very close. Very good job here. We are very close to finishing up this. Here we are. Here's Bowser. Going for the fire kill. He's right up there in Bowser's face. Gets a fire kill. So the TheHaxor, with an official SRL time of 38 minutes, 58 seconds, finishes World 8, defeats Bowser, saves the princess, gets your GGs for the TheHaxor. Good job. Congratulations. Now, TheHaxor completing it, we will find out shortly. He may decide to come in for a post-race interview. We'll wait for that. In the meantime, we do still have isopickle working his way through, using the frog suit strats to make his way out of one of the World 8 levels. Isopickle keeping the frog suit and getting into the Navy. Normally I would say the Navy probably is a good place to use a frog suit, but jumping across these ships, it seems death-defying. I have to give props to him. This is an awesome demonstration of the frog suit strat. TheHaxor, welcome. Congratulations.
Yo, thank you. Whoa, that second seed. What was that? What did I just play?
That was probably one of the longest second seeds that I have seen so far in this tournament. It was a great job on you, but wow.
Yeah, I mean, oh, I'm looking at the time, I'm like, this isn't good, but at the same time, I kind of had an idea that it was going to be a long seed just based on what had been played early. I'm guessing he had to play 5-9 as well. That kind of stunk. Like 5-9 and Atlantis in the route is ridiculous.
Agreed. I had just probably finished commenting about how Atlantis was in it and had totally forgotten about it, and then, oh wow, there it is. And I did see both of you decided to trade a 1-up in exchange for not having to do Atlantis. Probably a good decision. That's a very long.
Anytime you can do that, you gotta do it. I'm not entirely sure which ones made the bridges. I'm thinking it was the tank. This tank right here made the one of the bridges because I saw the locks disappear, I think. So, but I'm not entirely sure about that. I guess we'll find out. Looks like he's trying to figure out his way through World 8 here. It was kind of a it was, I don't know, it was kind of tough to navigate, but at the same time, it was straightforward where I needed to go, where everything was at. So that was good, at least.
Indeed, indeed. So yeah, he where I see him right now on the screen, he's working his way through, trying to find his way through it. He decides, oh, he used a cloud, but he still has a bridge to go on the other side of it. So he's gonna.
Oh no!
Oh no! Well, at the end of the day, that will put him right back at the pipe where he wants to be, but he's still gonna have to complete that level too.
Oh, so. Well, no, die. Technical death! Technical death! You don't have to play it! No!
I don't think he has another cloud, so he might have to play it.
Well, no, because he took the death. It sent him back to the pipe. He actually went from the pipe back to the level. I mean, he's got to play it eventually anyway, but
right,
he's not play right now.
It does have to be cleared one way or another, so I guess he figured since he's right there, might as well get it done with, and then yeah, he's going back to check out, look through the pipes. And I think that there was a one of the tanks. Was it on the one on the first screen? Was that the one that you're thinking of?
No, it was the one that was kind of off on its own over the hand bridge. I think that one. Oh, okay, yeah, that was the second bridge. Yeah.
Yep.
So someone's saying Fort 2 made the other bridge. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So in any case, great races for both of you between for both of those seeds. So there was a little bit of a conversation in the Merc about the seeds, but the first seed that you played today, tell me your thoughts on that one.
I played really bad. Oh my god, I was like, I'm definitely losing right now, but then the way the last like 3 worlds went, I'm like, well, actually I might be in the lead now just because I had all the perfect items to basically skip those worlds. Right. And that's kind of how it sounds like it turned out.
Yeah, it was actually neck and neck. When you go back and watch the video, it was neck and neck all the way up going into World 7. And then it was in World 7, you actually ended up taking a commanding lead as you were, you found the right pipes to get out to the castle very quickly. So you, when you discovered that was a quick move for you, and you're able to get into World 8 and never look back from there.
Yeah, I looked at it, and I was just, there were 2 pipes to check on the left side, and there was only one if I hammered the 1 lock, so I was like, well, I'll just get more bang for my buck here, and hopefully I can save a hammer for World 8, which ended up actually working out really well, because it was a pretty free World 8 if you just had a hammer. I considered doing it right off the bat off the screen, but I think did I have a couple hammers maybe? I've had it where the pipe's behind 2 locks, and if you just had 2 hammers, you could go straight there. So based on what I saw, I wasn't entirely sure if there was a bridge or not because I didn't explore the entire dark area. So
Right. So we got isopickle now. He is entering Bowser's castle. Takes a P-wing into it, and he's going to take a star on his way into the castle and dodges the beams. But so we'll see how he finishes up his race very quickly here. So not a bad time, all things considered. Certainly much better than my skills would. Oh no! Takes a swim in the lava, so he's gonna have to go back. Fortunately, not really a bad situation for. I mean, he's got inventory, but yeah, painful to see. But he will finish up shortly. So on this, so you were thinking the entire time for the first time that you were behind. Were you still nervous like that during the second race, or how did you feel? Were you feeling confident, or did you think that maybe you might still be behind?
I knew it was slow, but I think I played one extra level in World 4, which I think he probably played as well. Fort Knox wasn't the one that you actually had to play the Piranha Fort to build the bridge, but I'm assuming he probably played it too because it was on the first screen. Normally you just go right to the fort and play it. So
yeah, now you actually, so you did have a lead for almost the entire race. I would say probably the entire race. Now, isopickle is making his third trip now into Bowser's castle, eating up that supply of P-wings. The lead did just pretty much grew as the race went on, though. So it very well played. A lot of nice mechanics demonstrated that in the match.
yeah, definitely race 2 went a lot better. I felt pretty good. Yeah, as I said, the routing was good. World 5 was weird. I was so afraid in World 5 that I was gonna enter the wrong pipe and it was gonna send me to the tower, and then I'd have to do the tower and come back. So I was like, what do I do?
So if I recall, in this World 5, one of the two is a very quick World. Oh, that's interesting. Bowser, I guess, jumped onto Mario on Pickle Screen and didn't break the bricks. On his,
yeah, that happens when your distance, you move too far after he jumps to the direction he's moving. He actually doesn't do the ground pound. So yeah, okay. You need the ground pound. See that right. To actually break the blocks.
Yeah. And looks like he's gonna go and just Pickle's just gonna stay well clear of him. And now, okay, he's got it now. You just gotta wait for a couple of fire breaths, and there goes the ground pound. And even though he's small, he's in there. So his time would be an official SRL time of 48 minutes 32 seconds. So get your GGs out, everybody, for isopickle. Pat him on the back, show him some love. That was a very good race for both of you. And we'll see.
That was a tough seed.
Yeah, absolutely. Well played. Some of the things that I see, even looking, even things that look easy. Oh no, they're not easy. So everybody in chat.
Yeah.
For these guys, for both of them. We'll see if in a minute if Pickle wants to come on into the chat.
I got to do a pretty good 4-4-1, so I was pretty happy about that. I don't think 3-2 ever showed up. I wanna actually be able to, or at least in the flag one, I kind of wanted to show off that, you know, you can do P speed in randomizer, which is kind of interesting if you know you're entering the level. So that's kind of the neat thing about flag one, but it actually didn't show up in the selection of levels. Plus I played so bad that I don't know if I would have got it. It was rough start for that one.
All right, well, we have Pickle maybe joining us here. Hello,
Hello.
Hello. How are you doing?
Good.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Great races there that you had. Even though, unfortunately, you went 0-2 in today's matches. Still very entertaining. Some awesome strategies and some awesome techniques that you're showcasing. So go ahead and tell us how you felt about it, what you were thinking about it.
Well, I thought the first race was probably my best executed race so far. Like I've only done, you know, a dozen SMB3R games so far. So I was pretty satisfied with how I did in the first game. You know, it would have been nice if I had gone the right way in World 8 if I had taken that hammer right off the bat and seen that went directly to Bowser's Castle. But whatever, it didn't. That's fine. I'm still happy with my performance there. Game 2 was a little bit rougher. Taking that costly death in that, like, I don't know what stage it is, the World 7 maze stage, the underground one. You know, obviously taking the death there was costly. And I wasn't sure. I realized right after I entered the pipe with the P-Wing that I should have checked to see if I could fly over and just skip right to the end. Do you know if I can?
Which stage is that? Are you talking about 7.5?
I think so. Yeah, the one that's underground in World 7, the maze with all the one that had the boss fast in it.
Yeah, no, you can't. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, you can't fly the end of that one.
Yeah,
it's just a trolley stage.
I thought about checking it right after I went in the pipe, and I was in the pipe at that point. I was like, not much I can do now. I don't have another P-Wing, so I went through with it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we were watching that one. We're cheering for you the whole time, man. I do think, though, the P-Wing probably is one of the better decisions for that, even going through it, because it does allow you to at least avoid some of the things, a little bit of the bridge building that you'd otherwise have to do, and especially if Boss Bass decides to take a visit, lets you kind of avoid that somewhat. But I would agree, though, it was a very well executed race. Your first race was wonderfully executed, showing off some awesome strats. I especially loved the technique where you're using the statue Mario feature, the Tanuki suit, to bop the piranha plants. That was awesome.
Oh yeah, that's something I learned way back when I was still learning, like, you know, back in the 90s when I was still learning SMB3, that is a really useful technique when you're in a bind.
Oh yeah, wonderfully executed as well. So I definitely say, watching your performance, it's definitely been entertaining, and you got some skills. So keep it up. We'd love to see you here, continuing in the speedrunning community. Great.
Yeah, thanks. I think this is probably the end of my tournament life for this year, but I'm going to try and join the weeklies and, you know, keep my skills going.
All right.
Yeah, I more or less stole the first race for me, to be honest. I'm interested to watch it back. I mean, I made a lot of mistakes in terms of routing. I played like 2 or 3 extra levels, I think, and took a bunch of weird deaths. It was strange, very strange.
Yeah, and my routing was, I'm still learning, right? I'm still learning some of the techniques. That last race, I used a hammer. It hit the wrong side of me. Typical.
Oh, okay. So you broke the wrong lock. What world was that in?
It was the ice world. There was a right at the start on that sort of where the paths diverge and go up or down.
Oh,
yeah. So
yep.
I went down.
Okay.
I went down to the level instead of doing the fort. I don't know what lock that fort would have broken, but then when I went up, I wanted to take
that lock. Ironically, it was that lock. So I actually played the fort and it broke that lock. And then I was able to hammer and go to the end of the world.
Yeah, in hindsight, I would have done the fort if I was thinking, but I thought, not sure if I do that one and it's not the lock, I have to go around, so I figured I'd go do the level instead. But yeah. And I think also in that second game towards the end, I was like, I knew that I was behind. I could just sort of feel it, right? So I just sort of ended up having a little bit more fun with it and playing a little bit looser, which I think probably showed.
Well, loose, it's still fun, one way or another.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, you know, you start to get a feel of when you're behind, and you kind of got to gamble a little bit when that happens. I mean, it's the only way you're going to win especially if you get to, you know, World 8 or World 7 or something, and if you're just making all the same decisions, you're going to go the same outcomes and pretty much have the same results. So
I also wish I noticed, I completely missed this. There were 2 bridges leading to Bowser's Castle. I thought there was one. Just sort of misinterpreted that when I dropped in.
We were watching that, and we actually we noticed that you did take the cloud over your first pass through, and I think that was when we realized that you had missed one of the little moats there and took the path through, and it was an oh no moment right there on that one. Well played though, getting through it in any case.
Yep, you realized right.
Well, happens to the best of us, and when you get in the game, you get in that zone. It can be
Yep.
Your mind can just ignore things that otherwise it wouldn't. So, but it was good to see you recover from it and press on through it.
Yeah, so like I said, looking forward to doing more weeklies, improving my skills a bit more, getting more experience with it. Hopefully I'll work out some of these little things.
Right. Well,
Yeah, absolutely. That was a tough seed, so I mean, I wouldn't be too down on, the time really. That could easily be like a 50-minute seed if you start making a bunch of mistakes. So,
Right on, Will. GG, man.
yep, thank you, appreciate it.
and GG's, and looking forward to seeing both of you some more. Well, isopickle, unfortunately, we won't see you more in this tournament, but we are looking forward to seeing you in the future. In the weeklies and the other matches. TheHaxor, with today's wins, that does put you at 4-0 in the group stage. So regardless of how your matches go later on against, I believe you have
Gimp Extreme's my next opponent. Yeah, I think we're gonna probably do him next weekend.
Yep. So regardless of how those go, you will be in the group stage. So congratulations on guaranteeing your advancement to the group stage.
Thank you. Not done though. Got 2 more races, so trying to win the next one.
Of course, you can't ever give up. So congratulations. Now, that's really all I have, unless there's anything else that either of you want to mention or make note of while we got the opportunity.
Thank you for doing commentary, and shout out to isopickle for having that first race. Was probably really exciting, I'd imagine. So yeah, it was a fun time. Hope you do more of these.
I've definitely had some fun. Had a lot of fun doing the commentary. isopickle, any last?
I just wanted to thank you for doing comms. Looking forward to watching the VOD of this.
All right. Well, that's all I have for right now. For the viewers in chat and anybody else, stick around because we do have some more speed gaming action coming to you. At 8 p.m. Eastern Time, that's 5 Pacific, we have a quad match that looks to be on SpeedGaming 2. In that match, Teeks88 will face off against DLP316, and It's Paranoia will race Sharky 2017. And Dust Minion will have the mic for that race along with the tournament organizer Proa 007. And tonight's matches will take us officially through the halfway point of the group stage. And those quad matches are exciting times. You got double the runners, double the boss pass, double everything. So don't miss it. So that's on Speed Gaming 2 at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And coming up later this week, we have a triple header scheduled for Tuesday. That'll be at 4 p.m., 7 p.m., and 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Those matches will feature Gamer Cal versus Claris.com, YoBGS versus Paratrooper, and Narfman versus Prior 57. The channels haven't been set for those matches yet, but you can go to speedgaming.org, click on the schedule link, and view the complete schedule of all of Speed Gaming's events. I want to give a shout out to our participants in chat as well as the rest of the viewers. We also want to thank our organizer, Pro007, volunteer crew of stage managers, tech support, and administrators who make this event possible. And I absolutely want to thank the teams at speedgaming.org and Speedruns Live. The crews of these 2 sites have been wonderful for the speedrunning community and their fans and allow events like this to take place. And that's all I have from sunny Las Vegas, Nevada, speedgaming.org, and Twitch TV. This is Diesel Pilot signing off.